Hello and welcome to No Particular Order, Mana Biscuit's weekly top 5 list show where we list our top 5 whatevers in no particular order. This week, it's our top 5 guilty pleasures. All right, as always, we're going to get right into our list this week. Top 5 guilty pleasures. These are the things that we are in denial about when everyone else tells us we shouldn't like them as much as we do. But let's see, who's going to go first this week? Eeny, meeny, miny, Jay. Jay, you're up.
Oh, really? Okay, so I had a really hard time coming up with these, mostly because everything I like is awesome. And anybody that says otherwise, I just kind of cut out of my life in general.
Just get to your list.
With the exception of you guys. Okay, first up on my list, Garfunkel and Oates. I don't know why, but it's just the so cheesy, so corny, and yet I love it so much.
It's because Kate McCucci is cute.
Super cute.
Super cute.
Yeah.
Super cute. Second up on my list, and this one is one that I typically would never admit to, but Lady Gaga. Yeah, I actually at one point in time owned Monster, amongst other albums. Yeah, we're not touching that one. Next up on the list is Master of Disguise. Now, this is what I've been given crap for years. Like, I remember...
Deservedly so, my friend.
No, not deservedly so. I mean, I dragged an ex-girlfriend who is probably an ex-girlfriend for partially this reason to that movie. I thought it was the greatest thing in the world, and she walked out of there going, "What the? Really?" And I'm like, "Yes, that was great."
Based on the time span, I think I might know who that ex-girlfriend
Yes,
was.
you know exactly who that was. So,
And
yeah.
I also happen to know that's not why she's your ex-girlfriend. But moving on.
Oh yeah. Moving on. Next up on my list, Sucker Punch. This again is a movie that no one should love, and yet I will watch it every time it comes on.
Because you're a terrible human being.
Huh?
Because you're a terrible human being.
I am. Last up on my list is Final Fantasy X2, along with the sub go of no, that's not me. That's it. Yeah.
Settle down. There's a lag. I know. I clicked the wrong button. Spoiler alert. You know what's on someone else's list. Just get over it. Move on.
Spoilers. Anyway, Final Fantasy X-2, DOA, beach volleyball, etc. I have the women running around destroying things in scantily clad crap. I don't know why, but it's fun for me, and it is very much a guilty pleasure.
Very much a guilty pleasure. All right. So I guess since I kind of spoiled the end of your list, TJ, for the more astute viewers, it was only up for a second until Jay put a fucking lantern on it.
Well, I caught it out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, no, that is not my... Okay.
Hey, at least it was the corner of your eye. That means you were looking at the camera.
Indeed I was.
All right, fair enough. TJ, go ahead.
Which I acted like a professional.
Okay, so first on my list, with again the caveat, just like Jay did, that I love all these things and I don't care. Actually, there's more caveats to come. First on my list, though, this one is unabashed. Broadway musicals. I adore them. I've been really into a couple recently that everybody should check out. In particular, Hamilton, the musical. Check it out. It's astonishing, and it actually makes you care about one of our least known founding fathers. Next on my list is a food item, and it's black licorice. Because everybody seems to hate black licorice, and that works out very well for me, because people will get, like, jelly beans or whatever, and they'll be like, "Oh, black ones, I don't want these." And I'll go, "Oh, I'll take the candy. Just give me free candy." Yes. Following that on my list is Taylor Swift. T-Swizzle is amazing. She's just great. And I'm sure that I'm not alone in this. She's amazingly popular, but it's one of those things where I go, am I really that demographic?
You're a basic bro, my friend.
I know. Next on my list, this is the one with the caveat, the secondary caveat, like sub caveats, is Orson Scott Card, who we've discussed on the show before, because I really adore Ender's Game and the rest of those books, but I just can't reconcile it with how awful of a human being he is. So it's almost a point of shame that I enjoyed those books so much. And then finally on my list is Love Hina.
There it is.
Yay!
Yay!
Which is both a manga and an anime, and I really adore it. It's in the kind of like harem genre where there's a guy surrounded by girls and they all seem to be into him, and like it's one of those things where it's like, I'm not one of those anime pervs, but it's just so lighthearted and sweet. It's a really good story, and the guy who created it, Ken Akamatsu, went on to create another one of the very few mangas that I actually enjoyed enough to purchase myself, Negima. So maybe it's not so much that I like that genre, but I really like him and his work and what he infuses into it.
No, you're an anime perv.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I really have to appreciate, though, that I specifically went out of my way to find a picture from
right.
this that made me not look like a perv. And then we led off with Jay's list, and that picture made Jay look like a perv.
It's true.
It's true. All right.
I was going to throw like Lollipop Chainsaw in along with the DOA volleyball and stuff like that, just because it's all the same genre of garbage, but it's something just empowering, kind of fun, and I'm just...
Yeah.
And anyway.
All right. Okay, let's just leave that where it is, and I will move on with my list. First up on my list, right here, I sneaked off while TJ was talking to refill my glass. This is Boxed White Zinfandel. That's right. I do not care what any wine snob will tell me. Boxed White Zin remains my preferred wine. Next up on my list, in the theme that we have running through all of our lists of pop stars, particularly female pop stars, we count among our guilty pleasures. Mine is Katy Perry. The reason Katy Perry is top on my list of guilty pleasure pop stars is because I work out to Dance Central, and at the end of a grueling 45-minute cardio set, when the endorphins of the workout are rushing through me and feel like all of the love in the universe, and I'm wrapping up to Katy Perry, and she tells me that I'm a firework.
I know it.
I'm inclined to agree. All right, next up on my list will be the Dynasty Warriors series. These are terrible, terrible games in the sense that there's a million of them, and not one has done anything new. But as I said about something else earlier, if you enjoy the cookie, it doesn't matter that it came from a cookie cutter. Fourth on my list is Taco Bell. Like, I know a lot of people that watch this and are on this show enjoy Taco Bell as well, but let's be real, it's terrible for you. And it's the only fast food that I will still eat, but I love it so, so much. All right, and then wrapping up my list, this was something I was trying to come up with a good fifth entry on my list, and I was just running through various movies and various styles of movies, and I realized what they all had in common, and that is Monsieur Nicolas Cage, the National Treasure movies, The Rock, so many others, Leaving Las Vegas. All of these Nicolas Cage movies are terrible. They're awful. They're god-awful. But I love it. And what I really love about Nicolas Cage is that it doesn't matter what he's doing. He can be in Leaving Las Vegas doing some Oscar bait, or he can be in The Rock in a blockbuster film, and he just gives it 110% all the time. And that's why there's so many great pictures of him. All right, so those are our lists. Do we have any honorable mentions this week for guilty pleasures? Maybe nerd culture in general, because we're still supposedly outcasts even though we're mainstream. I don't know. Anything come to mind for you guys?
Nope.
All right. Nope. Honorable mentions are blank this week. Let's do the top 5 of the top 5. On the top from my list, I'm gonna put Nicolas Cage, because there's just so many things to pull from for Guilty Pleasures from Nicolas Cage. From TJ's List, what do you have? Because there was something I wanted from your list.
I wanted to lead from Broadway musicals.
Yes, Broadway musicals are excellent. Jay, I will pick from your list nothing because you're a terrible human being with poor taste. No, I'm kidding. Even though I haven't played it, I would say like the Final Fantasy X2, that sort of exploitative video game that is designed to appeal to the presumed heterosexual white male, which all
It's
three of us
designed to
are.
appeal to 14-year-olds.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's what makes it the guilty pleasure is
Right.
what it's designed to do. But some of them are really good games, or some of them are just completely mindless to the point where I just chill.
All right. Because I know it has mass appeal as well, I'm going to put Taco Bell. Because frankly, if Taco Bell is not a guilty pleasure for you, you're approaching it wrong. That's not to say you shouldn't approach it, but you should at least acknowledge that it's a guilty pleasure. And then we need one more.
T-Swizzle!
T-Swizzle.
Because everybody loves Taylor Swift.
All right. Do we need one more? Was that 4 or 5? I lost count.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it too. I think we are going to get the hell out of here with this week's episode in no particular order. And we will be back next week when our top 5 list is going to be, I don't know, it'll be something. You'll enjoy it. You always do, don't you? All right.
No.
All right. Well, goodbye anyway.
Bye.
Bye.